Ta-da, could not be easier.
If you love pumpkin spice and all things fall, I have the perfect recipes for you. They're easy, they're family friendly, and they're healthy.
Cooking at home does not have to be hard. Today I'm going to share with you 3 easy fall recipes that are family friendly and also really healthy. I'm a lover of pumpkin spice. If you are too, then you're in the right place. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Joanna Palante. I'm a mom with a passion for holistic living. Today I want to show you 3 recipes that are tried and true in my household. Again, they're super easy to make, easy to follow, and they are loaded with pumpkin spice and all the good things. So I'm going to start with my favorite. This is a go-to for me. I love making smoothies at home. I find that when you go to the store, they upcharge for all the extra ingredients, and what I do is I buy all of these superfoods and I load my smoothies up with them, and I save a ton of money that way. This could be a full meal or it could be a snack. My toddler loves it. It's a household favorite. This is a recent find that I found at Erewhon. This is Almond Malk in a pumpkin spice flavor. Now, if you check labels like I do, sometimes I just look on my own, sometimes I use the Bobby approved app, you will see that a lot of things just don't have clean ingredients. And a lot of the almond milks that I tried in the past, the ingredients were not good, just loaded with fillers and bad stuff. This brand, Almond Malk, is the cleanest almond milk on the market that I can find. So when I found it in this pumpkin spice flavor, I of course got excited as a pumpkin spice girl. I no longer drink pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks and these places because the ingredient list is just total garbage. But this one is just filtered water, pumpkin puree, coconut sugar, everything in here is super clean. It's got organic ginger and nutmeg and all the fall feels, so this is a winner. So I found this at Erewhon. Again, the brand is Malk. I definitely recommend checking it out. We are going to use this as the base for our smoothie. So this smoothie will be good enough for 2 people. I love to use the NutriBullet. It's super easy. If you don't have one, highly recommend that you get one. So we are going to just follow along. This is, again, the Almond Malk right here. Got my NutriBullet handy. I get so much use out of this, it's crazy. So if you fill this one to the max line, what you'll have is enough for 2 people, as I said. But we want to leave room for all of my superfood ingredients. So give this a good shake. Definitely recommend shaking this first. And I am gonna go about 3/4 of the way full on my NutriBullet. So we've got our Malk, first ingredient. After this, I like to add in a banana, good for balancing blood sugar, getting our fruit in. I do also recommend putting in some frozen banana as well. I find that it helps with the consistency of the smoothie, so I have some frozen banana on hand. Just gonna add like 2 to 3 slices in here to our smoothie base. And now it is time for a protein boost, because if you are like me, I'm a 42-year-old mom, always trying to hit my protein goals. My body just doesn't metabolize carbs as well as it used to. So I love this Truvani protein brand. So Truvani is a clean protein brand. It was founded by the Food Babe, if you're familiar with her. She also has a passion for holistic living, like myself. And every ingredient in here is clean. We're gonna stay with the banana theme on this one. So we've got banana cinnamon flavor. Those are the ones I really like vanilla. She even has a pumpkin flavored protein that I would recommend checking out. So I'm a big fan of Truvani for protein. Again, all clean ingredients. And here we've got 20 grams of protein that we're boosting our smoothie with no added sugar, of course. So now we've got our protein added. And here is the fun part. You can really tweak these ingredients depending on what you like. I love this Agent Nature collagen for hair, skin, and nails. I use this throughout my entire pregnancy. Always check with your doctor on these things, but for me, it worked well. All clean ingredients. Again, it's a marine-based collagen. And I find that some of these other collagen brands are also something you have to be really careful with. Like I have friends who are using Vital Proteins. I don't know if you're familiar with that. There were several lawsuits against the company. They had, toxic ingredients and I think heavy metals. So look at your labels and really research your brands. But Agent Nature is one that I swear by. So we added our collagen. I'm gonna put a little bit of this turmeric powder in, anti-inflammatory. So we're really just boosting the smoothie here. And last but not least, I'm always trying to boost my food with fiber. So here we have flaxseed. And you can, again, tweak these ingredients here as you wish, but I have found this combo to work really well. Let's get our flaxseed. Another thing I really love in smoothies are dates, but I'm not gonna do it in this one. And we have all of our ingredients combined to the max line of our NutriBullet. Give it a nice 60-second whirl. And what we have here now is smoothie perfection. So I love the pumpkin spice flavor. Again, I'm a pumpkin spice lover. You can always buy the plain Malk, vanilla or regular if you're not into the pumpkin spice like I am. But as I said, this will be enough for 2 people. This is toddler approved, family approved, smoothie on a budget, packed with superfoods. Anywhere else, if you were to go buy this at Erewhon or your local smoothie bar, I would guess that they would charge you probably $20 for all the ingredients that I packed in here. Pumpkin spice perfection. Thank you, Malk. So I'm gonna rank these 3 recipes for you as far as ease, time, and taste. So this one, as you can see, was super easy. And again, you can sub in your own ingredients as you wish. As far as time goes, no more than 5 minutes and you're feeding 2 people. It's really filling, especially with the boost of the protein and the banana. And then as far as taste goes, for me, this is a 10 out of 10. So on to the next one. And I'm going to show you how we can make all 3 of these things in probably less than 40 minutes. So we are going to move on to another one of my fall favorites, which is butternut squash. So I love butternut squash all year round. Butternut squash ravioli, all of those things are definitely just in the fall feels for me. But what I really love is that it is a nutrient powerhouse. So you've got vitamins, it's loaded with fiber, it's gonna help with your blood sugar. So to me, this is something that makes you feel full, but it's also really healthy. And it is so easy to make. When you make it the way I make it, you're gonna love it. I put it on the Thanksgiving dinner table. I make it all the time as a side. Sometimes I mix it with regular potatoes. So it's like this little medley of butternut squash and regular potatoes. So this is just a great one to have in your recipe stack. So for this one, the ingredients are really simple, but it gives the butternut squash the best flavors. So I'm gonna walk you through exactly what I do. And for ingredients, you're just going to need a sheet pan. We're gonna preheat the oven. I've already got mine warmed up. Get some garlic for flavor, if you like that. Salt, pepper, and extra virgin olive oil. That's all we need here with our squash. And I'm gonna cut up my garlic into little tiny pieces just for flavor. Put that off to the side for now. Okay, so I have chopped up a few cloves of garlic. I'm gonna set that back here. And I'm gonna get my butternut squash, which is cubed already for me. And put that in this nice bowl here. We are just gonna drizzle this with some olive oil. I love to get a good extra virgin olive oil. It really brings out the flavor. This one is Olio Verde. So we've got our olive oil. Just gonna lightly salt and pepper them. We've got our salt, and I've got my freshly ground pepper. So we've got olive oil, salt, pepper, really basic stuff. Just gonna give this a nice little mash up. See the ones that aren't coated yet? Get a little bit more pepper. I tend to give these a nice amount of pepper, all a matter of preference. This is looking good. So my oven has already been preheating for about 15 minutes, and we are now gonna sprinkle in a little bit of the garlic. I saved some of it for later because I don't really want it to burn in the oven, but just to get a little bit of that garlic flavor in here, just kind of mix this up again. And now we are ready to transfer to the sheet pan. So I gave it a pretty good amount of olive oil in the bowl. But you want to make sure that these all really get coated so that they don't dry out. So now I'm going to just kind of make sure they are pretty evenly spaced on my baking pan. And now that I can see them this way, I can see which ones might need a little bit more oil, which ones need a little bit more pepper. And I'm just going to go in and do a second round over here with the olive oil and the pepper. Sure we got that oil all over the pan. Now we are looking oven ready. So while we wait for the butternut squash to warm up in the oven, I just wanted to let you know that I am saving one more recipe for after this. I'm gonna get started on the prep work, but all of these, as I mentioned earlier, are household hits. They're healthy and they are loved by my toddler, which is not always easy to accomplish. So make sure you stick around till the end, because as I promised earlier, these are all gonna be easy to follow and super easy as far as timing goes. I'm basically gonna be able to make 3 meals here in under an hour. So I just set a timer to check on the squash in about 10 minutes. It usually takes probably closer to 20 for them to really roast. I like to see the edges get brown so that they just melt in your mouth, become really savory, but you will, learn as you're cooking these to just kind of check the oven about halfway through, and that's when I toss in the extra garlic. So while I do that, I put on my nice Thanksgiving apron for all the fall vibes here. I'm gonna start prepping for the next recipe, which is kind of going in a different direction. We're gonna go back to breakfast because I really wanted to include this one in the video. This is an Amazon find. I saw somebody posting this on TikTok. They shared a recipe with sweet potato and egg to make a waffle that is toddler approved. Now I haven't yet perfected the sweet potato and egg recipe, but I will try that out and get back to you in another video. For now, what I am gonna show you is this spiced pumpkin waffle mix that I found at Whole Foods. So I gave this a try. To be quite honest, it's not as healthy as I would like. I know that I preached, making healthy recipes for you here. This is more of a weekend indulgence, but you can make this healthy. You can definitely boost this with superfoods, just like I did with my smoothie. So in this case, we can try to put some protein in, we can put some spices in, we can put some turmeric, things like that to make this a little bit more health conscious. So this little waffle maker is definitely an Amazon gem. I found this and my daughter is obsessed with it. We make the waffles together. It's like our weekend thing. The apartment smells like all the fall spices. This thing costs about like 20 bucks on Amazon. You can splurge and get the one that does dinosaur and unicorn shapes for $30. Highly recommend if you have a toddler or just an adult who is a waffle lover. It couldn't be easier to use. So while I am prepping the waffle mix, I am just starting to really feel the butternut squash roasting. The smell in my apartment is amazing, that garlic, it's just all starting to come together. So I'm gonna check on the butternut squash now. So I'm over here just giving another round of a little bit of pepper to any of the pieces of squash I may have missed. Adding in my extra garlic. And these are just not as brown as I would like them to be around the edges, so we're gonna pop them back in probably another 10 minutes or so. So my butternut squash is now ready. Take a look at that. Perfect Thanksgiving or every day weeknight side, super healthy, tastes fabulous. So we are going to follow the package directions here. We are gonna do 2 cups of the waffle mix with 1 egg, slightly beaten. And then from there, we're gonna go 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 1 1/4 cup of milk. So I have put together the egg, the milk, and the melted butter. I'm gonna give this a whisk. Gonna get my whisk out. This is not the right tool. So I have combined all of my waffle ingredients here. Gonna let it sit just for like 1 to 2 minutes while the waffle maker warms up, which is super fast. So I have just lightly greased the waffle maker. It heats up really fast, so keep that in mind. I'm ready to pour my first waffle. So this gets hot really fast. I'm gonna unplug it just to show you. It was a bit hot. Ta-da, could not be easier. Amazon find for the win. So I know I kind of jumped around from smoothie to butternut squash to waffles, but all 3 of these have been a big favorite in my household and they're super easy to make. So let me know which one you would try, anything else that you want me to share here. I hope you had some good takeaways. So if I were to rank these 3 recipes, I would definitely say that the smoothie is an easy, just any time of day, great go-to. So for ease, I'm giving this one a 10. For bang for your buck, I'm gonna give it a 10. And for taste, I'm gonna give it a 10. For the butternut squash, it is a Thanksgiving and year-round favorite in my household. Like I said, you can mix it with your potatoes just for an interesting twist on it, or you could have it as a standalone packed with health benefits. So we love that. And it's also pretty inexpensive to make, very simple ingredient list. So I'm gonna give that a 9 out of 10 for ease of making, a 10 out of 10 for taste, and for just overall health, wellness, good, satisfying meal, we're gonna give that a 10. For my waffles, I think that these are just a really fun thing to make on the waffle maker with your little one. It couldn't be an easier tool to use in your kitchen. It's basically foolproof. The recipe is super easy to follow. Health-wise, maybe not the healthiest, but again, I like to add some boosters to my food, so we can put some better ingredients in there if you are about that. So I'm gonna give the waffles an 8.5 out of 10. If you like this style of video, make sure to let me know in the comments. I'm working on all kinds of new stuff for my blog, intheknowjoe.com. So let me know what you like, what you want to hear about. Next up, I'll get cranking on those Christmas recipes because before you know it, we will be at the holiday season. Thanks so much for watching, and I appreciate you.